guys, welcome to my first official video. I do have a channel trailer, so if you haven't checked that out yet, I'll have that linked up in the cards and down below. We're going to start today talking about my August TBR. For those of you unfamiliar with booktube videos, which I'm sure you are if you're watching this, but TBR is a to be read list, and this one is going to be a little bit different than other typical TBRs if you've read my blog before. I'm starting something new. After Kayla over at Books and Lala started doing a closet unhaul, I decided to do something very similar to my TBR list. However, I'm doing it off of my Goodreads list. So on Goodreads, you can see the date that you added a book to your Goodreads list. And so what I'm doing is going back 3 years, and anything that I added to my Goodreads list 3 years ago in August needs to be read by the end of this August. I do get a couple of saves. So I'm allowing myself one standalone book save and one series book save. What I'll do is I will take it off of my Goodreads list and then re-add it so it looks like I added it just like today instead of 3 years ago, and that'll allow me a little bit longer to read that book. So let's get into my ambitious TBR for August. So the first book that I'm wanting to read this month is A Wrinkle in Time, and I'm actually going to be trying to read this with a friend of mine who also blogs and does Twitter. Her name is Misty, so I will have her links down below if you're interested in following us both. But this is becoming a movie next March 2018, and I remember reading the book way back when I was younger, but I don't remember anything about it beyond that. So I really want to reread it, especially before the movie comes out. And since I did end up adding it in August of 2014, I want to make sure that this is one that definitely doesn't fall off and gets taken off my to-read list. Alright, so the second book I want to read this month is World War Z. Now, I have seen the movie, and I really hate watching movies before I read the book first. However, sometimes it just happens. But I've heard that the movie is very, very different from the book, and I've heard the book is excellent. So I'm really excited to read this one, and I just love zombie stuff, so I'm excited. Alright, I'm realizing that I actually have quite a few books in here that I've already seen the movie of but have not read the book, and that includes IRobot, and this is one that I definitely watched the movie when it first came out. However, I've never read the book and I've never read the series, so I'm very interested to see how similar this is to the movie and to see if it's better, worse, whatever. So next up is The Tales of Beedle the Bard. Now, this would be my second Harry Potter not on the main series list book that I've read. I did read Fantastic Beasts before it came out, which isn't really a book. It's more of like a index of creatures. But I've heard good things about this. It's really highly rated on Goodreads. Most of my Goodreads friends gave it 4 or 5 stars, so I'm really interested in getting back into the Harry Potter world and read a little bit that I haven't ever read before. Next up is Looking for Alaska by John Green. As you can tell, I'm getting quite a few of these from the library because I don't own most of these books. But John Green, I have read 2 of his books. I have read The Fault in Our Stars, which I loved, and then I've read Paper Towns, which I was like meh about. So I have a feeling he's going to be one of those authors for me that's very hit or miss. I do absolutely love him and his brother's YouTube channel, Vlog Brothers. If you don't follow them, please do. They're highly intelligent, highly funny dudes. But I've heard mixed things about this book. I know a lot of people like it. I also know it has some very deep, dark, controversial subjects in it. In fact, it was a banned book for a while and possibly still is in some schools. But I'm really interested in forming my own opinion about it and seeing what I think about it. Now we are on to The Darkest Minds, and this is a dystopian, I believe. I really don't know that much about it. However, I know that a lot of people really like it, and it is being developed into a movie. However, it doesn't have a release date that I know of, or any information really, besides the fact that it has been slated to be adapted into film. But I really do like dystopians. I'm not really worn out by them, as some people are with how much dystopians are out there. But I tend to mix up my reading quite a bit, so dystopians aren't something I just read like 5 in a row of, so maybe that's why I'm not tired of it, but I'm really interested to check this one out. Alright, I told you that I had quite a few books that I've already seen the movie on, and this is another one. This is Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. I have read a lot of Michael Crichton before, and I really do enjoy his books. However, I've never read the Jurassic Park series, and for some reason I own the Lost World book, but I don't own this one. I don't know how that happened. I think I ended up picking it up at like a random library sale, but I love the movie. I love most of the movies. There's a few hit or misses in there, But I remember my dad telling me about this when I was younger, and he said it is one of the few books that has like kept him up at night because of how scary it is. So I'm really excited to read it and see if the scary factor holds up to like modern books / media. It'll be interesting. And again, I have a book that I've never read, that I have seen the movie, and that is Alice in Wonderland. Now, this is most of the classic works. This is a little bit of a beat-up copy because I got it at, I think it was Half Price Books. If you have one of those near you, it's like a secondhand bookstore. But, so this is all of them. I really only want to read the first book this month, but I've heard excellent things. I know it's a classic for a reason, and so I'm interested to see how it differs from the movie, as I've said with most of these other adaptations, and we'll see. There are 2 books that I want to read this month that I do not have copies of yet, and one of them is The Glass Castle, which is becoming a movie soon. I believe it's in just a couple weeks, like August 11th. Don't quote me on that. I really want to read it before I watch the movie, especially because I know I'm going to be seeing the movie opening weekend. For those of you who don't know, I actually have another YouTube channel that I started first with my husband, and we review movies and TV shows and other nerdy things, so I'll have that linked for you to go look at if you want to. But we'll definitely be seeing that movie and reviewing it, and I would absolutely love to have the book perspective of it first because I prefer to make those little bit of analysis kind of comparisons between the book and the movie. So I'm hoping I get that soon. I have it on hold at the library, but most books that have movies coming out tend to get long library holds, so we'll see. The other one that I do not have with me currently, because it is also another library hold, is Dune. And again, it is a movie that I have seen, but I have not read the book of. So I'm hoping I get that off of hold before the end of the month and can read it. If not, it might end up being my save for the month. Currently, my plan, if I can get through everything except for my 2 saves, is I want to save Tales of Beedle the Bard, and I want to save Jurassic Park. Just for random reasons, whatever. But I'm hoping I can read through all the rest, and then these can be my 2 saves from the month. But we'll see how it ends up going. You never know how TBRs end up. They always get screwed up halfway through the month. So that completes my TBR for August. If you plan on reading any of these books, please let me know. Or if you have read any of them, let me know opinions of them. Did you like them? Did you not? But no spoilers, obviously, because I haven't read them. Please be nice. But I would love if you subscribe to this channel. I'm really excited to do more of this on camera instead of in blog form. Not that I don't love blogging, but I just really want to explore a new media type for my hobbies and my passions. So I hope you join me. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.